It's Bad Brad, and I just thought I'd come on here for a little bit. Who knows how long I'll be able to do this, but a little quiet. It's thunderstorming outside, and I thought I'd come on here and do a live stream and just talk about guitar, talk about life, talk about the 4th of July, whatever you guys want to talk about. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'll talk about. And let's see if we get some people in here, see if we get a moderator or two in here to help out. And I'll try and follow the chat. I'll also, maybe I can throw it up on my iPad here so I can see a little bit better what's going on. But man, I'm glad to be here and glad to be able to do this on a random Sunday musings, and we'll get this thing fired up over here, and that way I'll be able to follow the chat a little bit better. But Matt, how is everybody doing? Can you hear my voice all right? We get a sound check. Hear the guitar all right? Let's see. We'll go to view channel, and then we go to live, and that's how you find somebody live. Sunday Guitar Musings. Click on it. And now we've got the live chat. Now I've got the live chat here, so it might be a little bit easier to read. So who we got in here, man? This is, as always with my live episodes, I try to do AMA. If anybody has any questions, personally, I just thought I'd come on here and see who's hanging out, see who wants to talk guitars today. I've got the stadium, got the Line 6 stadium plugged in. What is happening? Henkel Grain, what's happening, man? Henkel Grain Farms, are you married? Yes, I am married. How you doing? Reese, how you doing? What's happening? Thank you very much, Pekka. You have that same Stratocaster. Well, this is Tom Anderson drop top. This is a cool guitar, man. What kind of Strat do you have? Now you're seeing that I'm a left-handed guitar player, but I'm actually a right-handed guitar player. I'm just using the forward-facing camera to do this stream. Thank you. So what I'm using to get this sound is I'm using the Helix Stadium XL, and I'm taking an output, a mono output out of that into the Polar Go. Then the Polar, which is the Black Star Polar Go. It's a little thing that's got a built-in microphone, so it's picking up my voice, but it's also getting the direct signal from the Helix, and then taking it out of the Polar Go with a USB-C cable into the phone. So that's a way to get that sound into your phone. It's a easy. All right, Pekka, thank you for being here. The chat is frozen, man. I'm back. They said I can stay up for 30 minutes. All right, all right. Okay, what is the one question? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Look right here.
So, Dad.
Can you tell people to like and subscribe?
Like and subscribe. And wait, I forgot to tell you yesterday we have a new merch.
We have new merch?
Yep, and that merch is a Velvet Hammer t-shirt.
Woo! Can I get a woo?
Woo!
Awesome. Yes.
Dad, I found another dude who is raising ducks.
Another who is raising ducks. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come see it in a little bit. Leanne, glad to have you here. Awesome. Thank you. That's my daughter Mia. Riri, you can ask a question. Yes, absolutely. I support everyone. I support the world. I support humanity. Tobias, what's happening, brother? Austin is in the house. Glad to have some of my regulars in here. I'm doing this. I guess this is called portrait mode. I'm doing a portrait mode stream to just find some new people that don't normally get to see my channel. Please be sure and like and subscribe. We're on our way. We just passed 30,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 40. Please help us out. Eva says, Brett, are you doing any gigs in the near future? I don't have any plans at the moment. Here we go. David, we've got to boot him out. Hide user on this channel. Bye. Yeah, that's not cool, man. Not cool. There you go. If anybody can, I wish our moderators would get in here, but this was a last minute thing to come in here. DA says the lyrics are the spaces in between the guitar solos. I salute you, man. Absolutely. Sorry, I cannot sub. No problem, Pekka, no problem. We're glad to have everybody here. We're glad to have everybody here. Now, I think lyrics are a very important part of music. Probably the most important part. But here's the thing, man. If you play instrumental music, then everything is a solo, right? Everything is a solo. Aaron, well, I'm glad to have you here, man. I do a live stream every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but every now and then I'm going to start doing these little pop-ups. Every now and then I'm going to do these little pop-ups. Philip, hello. Are you watching the World Cup? No. So that's... Everybody must be watching the World Cup, right? I had no idea. I have no idea. I had no idea it was even going on. I heard U.S. is playing Bosnia, right? Can you say words with you, guitar? Thank you. I don't know. Somebody's saying JBL. I don't know what JBL means. People are saying Master of Puppets. I don't play any Metallica. Here's the thing about my channel, and just so people know, I don't do cover songs. I talk about being a cover musician in the past. I talk about playing gigs. I talk about playing sessions. I talk about creating guitar parts. I talk about going on the road, what it's like to be on a tour bus. I talk about how much money you make or how little money you make in the music business. And I talk about life. And so, yeah, if I wanted to play Master of Puppets, I could play Master of Puppets. But for me, John Bradshaw Layfield, I don't know who John Bradshaw Layfield is. But I'll take that as a compliment. Brad, what are you hearing about the touring scene? Is any infrastructure and music biz coming back? Well, Eva, that is a great question. I think it's back for certain artists. Some people will always sell tickets and always find a way to make. Now, are you going to come in and show your picture? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is Mia. Just did this Bowser picture. Come in and let them see you. She just did that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right, go on in and see Mama. Yes, go on.
I'm going to go to Target.
Okay, come here. Okay.
I want to go to Super Target.
Okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm going live right now.
Oh, like it's on right now?
It's on right now. You want to say hello to everybody? It's portrait mode. Please relieve him from his.
No,
y'all want to see Ace real quick?
I didn't know you were at.
Yeah, I decided just to try to see what we could get going
the
here.
The new collection dropped at Target.
Ace Cam, what is the collection?
Love Shack Fancy.
Love Shack Fancy just dropped at Target. What is Love Shack Fancy?
What?
What is that?
How would you not know?
I don't know what this is. Ladies, do you guys know what that is?
It is only the most amazing. We have light fixtures that are Love Shack Fancy.
Okay, but what is it?
It is.
Are you going to take her with you?
No.
You probably should.
Should I just wait for everybody?
You could wait for me and we'll go. Yeah.
And you want to get some Love Shack Fancy?
I don't know what Love Shack Fancy is. Do any of you guys know what Love Shack?
My hair is not done, but
say hi to my wife, everybody.
I
don't know what Love Shack Fancy is.
I just got out of the shower. I don't think that you're going to be excited about it, but It is an amazing collab that they're doing with Target.
See, you can read it up here.
Oh, hello, Lisa. Hey, guys.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think I have any of my moderators in here, so
Oh,
I
nope.
already had to.
Nobody knows.
I had to
on
boot
here
somebody. Here's
what
the thing.
Love
Everybody's
Shack
probably watching the World Cup right now. USA, Bosnia, right now.
Yeah, right
and,
now.
and I had no idea. Are there any Ace coffee cups left? Yes, K9, you can get an Ace coffee cup. Hey, they want Ace.
Oh, okay.
Y'all want Ace here, right?
But he was hiding from the storm. He was in my bed.
He's hiding from the storm. He's happy now. So here's the rest of the video is going to be me and Ace. What do y'all think about Ace? Yes, you can still get an Ace coffee mug. You just got to hit the store on my channel, and you can get an Ace coffee mug. Pekka, thank you for being here. Leanne has an Ace cup, an Ace coffee mug, and he is the amigo of the channel, and that's probably the true star of the channel. Why don't I start? I should start a new channel, The Adventures of Ace. Any Bad Brad guitar picks? I got a Bad Brad guitar pick right there. Here's the thing, man. I got to figure out a way to sell picks. One of these vendors that's connected to YouTube, you should be able to order guitar picks. So I got to really step up the merch thing. I got to get that in together, and I need to offer picks. I need to build a site, man. There's so many things I got to do, and cheap to mail. Yes, they are cheap to mail. Hey man, I will purchase picks right now. David Schaefer says, punch holes in the middle of them. David says, let's see. So I will purchase picks right now. Here's the deal. 10 cents for 10 picks. I can't sell them that cheap. Here's the thing, man. If I buy like 100 picks, it's going to be close to probably around $90 shipped to get custom picks made. I've done this before. And in order to make a profit, I'm going to have to sell them for probably $5 each. So I do $15 for 3 picks or something like that. I mean, it seems kind of, or maybe it'd be more like $10 for 3 picks, something like that. But yeah, I'll have to get my own logo. See, this is a pick from when I was on the road with Colt Ford. So we would get these for free. This was the last batch that I had made before I left the tour. So I paid $9 for a Vic pick, just one. Well, here's the thing, man. You could go on eBay. I've seen people selling these. I've seen people selling one for $39, $39.99. Now, I don't know if they're still up there. Yeah, we got to make a living wage. Here's the thing, man. Here's the true reality of YouTube. Every month I start from zero. So I had a pretty good month last month. I mean, here's the thing, man. If there's a big lawsuit or a cease and desist or something like that, it gives you content that you create, that you get tons of views, right? You get tons of views, and then you have a decent month. Like last month with all the Fender controversy, and I didn't even do as many Fender videos as I could. I kind of started to, hey, let's do some other stuff. And you get a ton of views. So I had a good month last night. But then the month after it, not as many views, man. So then I start a new month. I start from zero. You literally, if I didn't like do some work, if I didn't like stay on it every day, monitor everything and all that, I would probably make next to nothing. And as a beginning YouTuber, Make the ultimate pick and charge more. Now, that's a great idea, David. I need to come up with like the ultimate pick. Dolly is asking, can you play Holy Wars? No, I couldn't even hum to you Holy Wars. I don't, it's out of my frame of reference. It's not something that I even think about. I couldn't even tell you what Holy Wars sounds like, to be honest with you. What do you use to slicken the strings? Well, I don't use anything to slicken the strings. It really comes down to having probably helps a Les Paul neck with all that paint on it. That kind of gets the back of your hand to catch on that. So I probably, I like a smooth neck with not a lot of finish on it. Eva says, Brad, when all this tribulation is over, you are going to make a lot of money. I know it. Thank you, Eva. And I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so thankful that you're on here. Here's the thing, man. I just get up every day and do the work, and there's no guarantees of anything. It's just like the music business. You get up every day, you go play gigs, you play your butt off, you do a good job, you show up, you're nice to everybody, and all that. And you just hope that it translates into something good. Duppy Killa says, do you use different gauges on the Gibsons versus Fender and different guitars? Yes, I will use different strings on different guitars depending on what's going on. And yeah, I will absolutely do that. I've got some of my guitars. Right now I've got, I think, 12s on my Les Paul over there, because I tuned it down, I believe, to D. I think I got it tuned down to D. Or maybe even C. I got that tuned down, so I put heavier gauge strings on that. I've got one of my Strats here. I've got my Fiesta Red Strat, that one right there. I think I've got 12s on that, because I tuned that down as well. And it would just be too floppy. It would be too loose with 10s on it. But I'm not opposed to playing a guitar with 9s on it. Back in the 80s, that was the thing to do, 9 through 42, right? So that's the deal. Do you I Scotch pad my neck, someone says, but in the summer the strings can get sticky. Keep your hands clean. Wash your hands always before you play the guitar. And I don't know about putting anything on. I mean, I've heard of people back in the day, people will use something called finger ease. If you want that, maybe that's something that'll help you. I don't know, man. I've never, I always just go with whatever happens on whatever instrument I'm on. The Acenator, I think I'm going to let him back loose in the thing, pick up the guitar, continue the stream. Go on, Ace. So look, man, I had no idea that the World Cup was going on right now. Somebody says Zappa played 7s. Well, doesn't Billy Gibbons play 8s, right? Fast fret is just okay, David says. Okay. Mad Max, what's happening? Thank you, Leanne. I don't know. I think all the moderators are probably all watching the game. I had no idea. Now look, I'm drinking Milo's unsweet tea, and there's been a shortage where I live, so I wasn't able to get that for probably 4 or 5 days, like the big jug like that. And I went to the store today and they had it, and it was like, when I got home, my wife said, "You're like a fiend." I was really like, whew. It's really how I get a lot of stuff done. How do I run a channel like this where I'm putting out a new video every day? It's not easy. How different is playing festival volumes versus bar gigs? David, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Here's the thing, man. once you're playing, like when I was touring, I had my 412 cabs were always off stage. The head and all that would be behind me, but the cabinet would usually be under the stage or somewhere backstage or in a separate room with a mic on it, right? And so I kept the same volume every night because we had in-ears. So I would get my tone out of the amp, right, at whatever volume. At sound check, the sound guy would test it and all that, and I never had to change volume. In fact, once I pretty much set it, that would be what I would use every night. And the only thing that would change is because the power in different venues would cause, because I didn't have a brown box, the power would make the amp sound and feel different. If there was too much power, meaning I was getting 127 instead of 120, that would mean that the amp would usually feel more stiff. It'd be like everything would be hard to play. If I get into a venue and I'm getting 115, 116, that would give the amp a little bit of sag and it would feel easier to play. So that's something to keep in mind, man. Look, even though towards the end there we wouldn't have cabinets on stage, I was still using all tubes and a 412 cab. But nowadays, guys are probably, a lot of them are quad cortex and stuff like that. So almost always, whether you're using tube amps or not, generally the cabinet that's actually mic'd is usually not aimed at the crowd. It's so much different now. Do I prefer in-ears versus monitors? I prefer, David, probably the old school way. But if you've ever been on a stage, there was a bass player I used to play with, and he would play ungodly loud, like through everything. No dynamics, just to the point where I'm like, this guy is not listening. This guy is not like playing dynamically. I can't really make music with somebody who's not playing with dynamics and playing to the level of the band. Mission Road asked, did Gary Lewis ever talk about Carl Radle? Carl Radle is the drummer, right? That ended up in jail, right? Cabeza, how you doing? I believe he did talk about. Look, Gary Lewis would talk about guys like Jim Keltner. Jim Keltner was still really good friends with Gary Lewis. And Keltner, I believe, played on all those early Gary Lewis records. Carl Radle might have played on some of it as well. Oh, Carl was the bass player. Okay, yeah. He did talk about Carl Radle a pretty good amount. And I would think Carl was, although wasn't he an original member? I believe he was probably like a sideman in that organization. I did hear him talk about, I would hear him mention guys like that. Do you still play live occasionally? David, I'm not currently doing that, and I've turned down, just recently turned down a gig. It was just going to be too far, too much distance, too many songs learned, and not enough money. So. Musicality and dynamics, always one of the most important things. Man, back when I was in Nashville, there was some people that I had played with for decades, and they got a bass player in the band, and he was not listening. He's just overplaying the whole time and not like he was having a one-way conversation on stage, and I just told him, I said, man, if that dude's on bass, I'm out. I gotta be able to, thank you. Lars is saying, I love your tone. Thank you. what I'm playing through. Well, right now, I'm playing through the Helix Stadium XL. That's what you're hearing right now. So, a lot of the times, what I do on this channel, I dial up a tone on that. I hit record. I do stuff very quickly. So, yeah, it sounds like Eddie dropped in. Will you still do a Nashville Showcase gig for the channel? Yeah, I probably will, Duppy. I probably will do a Nashville gig at some point. Julia DeVille, Georgia, thank you for being here. Oh, we got Flow State, Vishal. We got the Flow State going. Exhorta, no, I cannot play left-handed. It's just I'm using the forward-facing camera. I guess I could do these kind of streams and use the other camera, and then I'd have to be looking over here. But sounds like you have it cranked up. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, Slim. I've got it running direct into a Black Star Polar Go, and then it has a USB-C out that goes into the phone. So you're hearing a microphone on the Polar Go that's picking up my voice, and you're hearing the direct signal in mono, but going right into the phone. So no pedals besides the stadium. Nope, just the stadium. And I've got this is a patch that I modified, a stock patch called Bringing Plexi Back. If you were to compare my patch to the stock patch that's in there, you would like my version of the patch. I'll probably have to rename it. And maybe at some point, I'll do a Helix. Yeah, no pedals, bro. And dynamics. And then dig in. Larsing asked, is that Helix Stadium hard to use? It is not hard to use. If I can use it, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm an old dude. If I can use it, any of you young whippersnappers can do it. And here's the deal, man. I've got some echo. Here's the dry signal. Here's the dry signal with no reverb, no delay. Slim Fire asks, can a 71-year-old use one? I think so, Slim Fire. I think you can. So, yeah, no reverb. So there it is. It sounds good dry, right? That's a good... Can you put some drums with it too? Well, you can, with the Helix Stadium, you can upload tracks into it, and I could do that, but I haven't done that yet. I would do all of that. What I would do is I use it to record. So I run into the computer and then I build a drum track and then I use it to record and put that over there. There it is back with some reverb and delay. And I've got different patches. I've got a really cool Tycho Brahe Hendrix style. If you want to get real Hendrix style. All right. If you want to get real. Thank you, Killa. Thank you. Thank you. Elias is asking, do you have a Banshee talkback? I do not have a talkbox. I've never owned one. Be cool to have though. That would be cool. Kick on this Tycho Bra octave thing on the Helix with a strap with the neck position on a single coil pickup. It just sounds like it's the end of the earth, man. Never hear surf music, and you'll never hear surf music again. David's got it right, man. Imagine playing Woodstock, and imagine being Hendrix. And look, they show the footage of Hendrix playing, and I almost feel like maybe they dubbed in some of the crowd because he played like the next morning. Like he was supposed to go on at like, what was it, like 1 a.m. or something like that, and it didn't end up going on till like 8 or 9 a.m. or something the next day. That's not good, man. Look, everything's run like clockwork now, and that has its benefits, but it's not as organic as things were. So, I mean, that sound of Hendrix, where it sounds like the amp's about to blow up and stuff like that, that's a vibe, man. Like when I get it, somebody said, you know, I was going to get into Hendrix mode. I pull out the one of my straps, and I look, one note, what? The vibrato, the attitude. that vibe, man. Julia is saying, please, will you please perform Enter Sandman? Well, Julia, here's the deal. If I play Enter Sandman, then they're going to want their Enter Sandman money. So that's why I just do my own thing. Did you like Zebra? I think so. I think I did. I'm not that familiar with them, but I think I did. What happened? I lost my signal. Now, so a Hendrix tone with the Tychombra, Octavia, and all that. This is more like a. That's two different types of gain there. The Hendrix thing and the Van Halen thing are very close. They're very close, man. But you gotta have a humbucking pickup to do the Van Halen thing. All you need is a single. Now watch, I can go to Hendrix mode here. Go to the humbucking thing. They're very close, man. You could dial in that tone. Here's the thing, man. I will a lot of times dial in a good blues tone with the neck pickup. Then all you got to do is go to the bridge pickup, and it's like you went 60s, 70s, 80s, all just a pickup change, man. Somebody says you could change guitars. I would rather play the same guitar each night and be able to get all the tones that I need out of that. That way I get used to like you guys can tell I'm used to playing this guitar. Right, I'm used to it. It's like having two guitars in one when you got that humbucker in the back. It means you're going to be able to cover. And so then, here's the thing. You can kill the delay. You can kill the overdrive. It becomes a funk guitar or a blues. All right, let's see. All with one guitar and one pedal. That's it, man. So a lot of people like to say that a Telecaster is the most versatile. I would argue that a SSH Stratocaster is more versatile because you can get some hard rock tones out of a Tele bridge pickup, but it's still not going to have as much oomph as having that humbucking pickup in it. But look, man, here's the thing, man, and I've noticed is people like to hear gain. If I were to put do a video, David Freeborg says he does a master tone on my Strats. If you have a single coil pickup, get the bridge pickup hooked up to this tone knob. It's one of the best mods there is. But look, man, if I did a video, a clean video, clean tones, it doesn't get as much attention as if you play with gain. People love distortion, and that's just if what would have happened if say Fender, the original the '60s Fender twin reverb had been invented 15 years earlier, and all you ever got was this clean tone. You know, in the '50s, you heard a lot of distorted guitar tones because the amps couldn't handle the signal. You know, so it's interesting to think that, man. People, and look, Japanese culture, they love the sound of a distorted guitar. Now, here's my plug for Milo's Unsweet Tea. Hopefully they will affiliate tag this. And if you haven't tried it, man, try it. It comes in the large gallon thing, so I think it's cheaper than some of the other brands. I think, man, this is probably, of all my guitars, this is probably my favorite guitar. When I pick it up, it feels like home. This guitar has played stadiums. This guitar has played arenas. This guitar has played blues clubs. I've played a ton of gigs with this. I've used it on records, and this is the one that they probably have to bury me with this one. Hopefully that won't be anytime soon. That was the big thing. Yeah, Slim is saying in 1977 he had a Fender Strat with a big muff. And look, man, you can do a lot. You could do a lot back in the day with a good Fender amplifier with the reverb and the tremolo and a big muff fuzz, knowing how to dial that in. Look, that was very similar to a rig that I had back in 1977. Back in 77, I had like a Fender Deluxe reverb and a MXR Distortion Plus. That's what we had back in the day, right? Now I would here's what's funny. When I was doing one of those Cole Ford records, I for nostalgia's sake, I brought my original MXR Distortion Plus out. Thought, oh, this will be cool. I'll use it on the record. But because I had a Marshall head there, and that's part of the sound that I had when I was out in LA, is I would use it like a JCM 800 and then use the MXR Distortion Plus in front of it. But I had forgotten that in the reality and the grand scheme and how my ears have changed over the years. Once I heard it in that situation, I was like, oh hell no, I'm not going to use that. It was really hard to dial in compared to modern pedals that have so many parameters and things you can do with it. It just wasn't a tone that I could use at the time. But man, back in the day, David's saying he never liked the big muff. It is a little unrefined. It is kind of like a fuzz pedal. I think you can find a use for it if it's all you have. Just like back in the day, all I had was the MXR Distortion Plus. We made it work, right? We made it work. Just like if it's all you had was a big muff. All you had for a while there was the Rat Distortion, Big Muff, Distortion Plus, and then Tube Screamer. Probably, maybe in that order. Of course, Fuzz Face before that, right? Fuzz seemed to hit the scene But man, it's interesting to see how things have evolved. Now I can do this phone streaming, and you're hearing a better tone than I probably ever got in '77 because I didn't have a 1969 100-watt Marshall head and a 412 and racks and racks of studio gear. I mean, probably in my signal, maybe not on this patch, but on a lot of the patches on Helix Stadium, I'll run it through the LA2A compressor for some smoothing out. There's also a hype control on this Stadium XL. Sometimes I'll go in there and I'll crank the hype knob up, which, happy 4th, Planet, glad to have you here. How would you use the simplest setup using a Les Paul and fuzz face only? How would I use it? I would make it work. And we were just describing how, my rigs over the years. Think about it. I used to play like Charvel type guitars out in LA. I would have an MXR Distortion Plus, and I'd have a JCM 800 head. And you just dial it in. You just dial it until you get a decent sound. And here's the thing, man. We didn't have hundreds of different pedals. I didn't have a huge pedal board, so I simply just said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this work. I would get, if it's too bright, turn down the treble. If you need a little more bass, but those Marshall heads, man, those tone knobs on those vintage heads, it was like they were on or off. It wasn't like a whole lot of boosting that you could do, but in some ways that's a good thing. If you're young players have to learn the hard way when they jack up the bass in their rigs. Now, not if you're playing gent. Of course, you're going to want this huge bassy sound, but regular guitar players, eventually, Mike Holmes, I'm thankful to have Mike Holmes here. We finally got a moderator, and not that you have to work, Mike. We're glad. Wow. So Mike H he's up in the I'd say East Coast, and he's saying he's pretty sure they had a tornado. Man, please be safe, brother. I have no power until Tuesday. Wow, Mike H. I hope you've got a phone charger or something. Well, you can always go to your car and charge up your phone. Thankful to have Mike here, man. It's an extra set of eyes. But it's been relatively everybody's been cool today. I've only had like maybe one person that I had to boot out of here. And look, man, bought a generator this morning. Mike, look, man, it seems like, look, there were people in Nashville when they had that big snowstorm that were without power for like a month and a half. It just seems like being self-sufficient, man, is the way to go. So, man, I'm glad that you've got some power up and going, man. It's crazy, dude. I hope that area is okay, man. I'll definitely check that out. Having a generator, we were having storms here, and I just decided to come on here. Still a scene? I assume it is, David. I assume there's probably roughly 30 to 40 guitar players playing on a stage somewhere in Nashville at this moment, right now. No other place in the country where that exists. So, Planet, thank you so much. Swollen Pickle is a great fuzz. Runs on gas or propane. That's a good thing, Mike H. Yeah. Yeah. Christopher Maxwell is there in Nashville. Yeah, man. So I believe, Christopher, if I'm correct, we were at BB King's together, right? I always see you, man. And here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. There's a jazz scene in Nashville. There's a R&B scene. There's blues. There's funk. Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, I remember Christopher worked at BB King's when I was there. That's how we met. Glad to have you here, brother. Yeah, great to see you on here, man. Yeah, so he knows I was playing at BB King's with what was his name? Tony, was it Tony Morris? What was his Tony Coleman, Tony TC Coleman, who was BB King's drummer. That's who I was. Dude, here's the thing. Imagine this. I'll give this for the guitar players out there. Dave is here. Now we got it. Now we got it right. Hey, Dave, man, glad to have you here, dude. I've been just free floating here for a while. Bourbon Street Blues is a great club in Nashville if you want to hear some blues. But imagine this, and Christopher was likely there. Yeah, Tony T.C. Coleman. So we had to play at BB King's in Nashville on the night that BB King died. And then some of his bandmates who were in Nashville at the time joined us on stage, and there was I guess, I don't know, what are those, like, funeral things with the card that's on the stand? There was a thing there with BB King and the dates and all that. And talk about a powerful, like, getting to do that gig, dude. Getting to play that night, and the weight of that moment. It was a lot of people there that just wanted to hear blues. So we played a crap ton of blues that night, and Tony Coleman does a good BB King vocal, kind of styling. And we had some of BB King's other band members on stage, and that was probably one night that I'll never forget. Getting to play in that situation at a BB King's club with BB King's drummer on the night that BB King day that BB King died. That was probably one of the biggest gigs. Music World is asking me, do I like Joe Bonamassa? I think Joe Bonamassa is just fine. Glad to see Dave and Mike here, but man, I popped on here as a fluke. You guys know I'll sometimes do random lives. My wife's gonna want to go to Target in a little bit. Jack Pearson, ex Allman Brothers Band, maybe the most underrated ever. DA, he is an incredible. Jack Pearson came down to BB King's one night, and I got to meet him and say, hey man, I'm the guitar player, whatever. And I said, well, hey man, did you want to play? He goes, no, I just came down to listen to you guys. I'm gonna hear you play. But we ended up doing like our dance set. So I was like disco guitar player when Jack Pearson was in there. But yeah, Pearson, is, I think he did play at Third and Lindsley just recently. He's a super nice guy. He can smoke probably anybody, and he's the nicest guy in the world. Yeah, he's a guy that can really, really play jazz, play country, play blues. He can just play. Mike Holmes says he's got his Whack-A-Troll 9000. It's lubed and ready to roll. Here's the deal, man. You do seem to get more trolls when you stream. This is portrait mode. You do seem, we had a lot of new people. Look, if you haven't subscribed yet, everybody subscribe. And I know, Mike, are you still getting ready to move? Are you guys still moving, or are you staying? David says all the good rockers in his area are mostly 60. I think that's a thing, man. I think that's a thing, depending on where you're at, right? Certainly the type of rock that we grew up with, right? You do hear some younger cats now kind of playing some Hendrix styles and stuff, right? with. All right. Chuck, my day is going great, man. Planet Music has one final question, Bad Brad. Can I get a good blues tone using only a fuzz pedal? It's a swollen pickle and an LP. You're not. What kind of tone? Who do you want to sound like, Planet? A fuzz would not be my first choice, but then again, that's what I would probably try to do with the fuzz pedal. Is I would not run the gain all the way up, and I would maybe try backing the volume down on your Les Paul to get a more bluesier tone. Paul, what's happening? We got the gang, the old school crew is all here. Paul, Mike, and David are the originators, the original moderators. Chuck is asking, do I like Metallica? I like Metallica just fine. I like them just fine. Would I pay $10,000 to go see them live? No. And I was very lucky to see Metallica on the Monsters of Rock tour opening for Van Halen, man. Sam Halen, bro. Appreciate it, you guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming in, man. And as it is, man, my moderators just help out. Please give the moderators a thumbs up, because this baby channel that we are doing. Finally, Paul. Yeah, I'm man. I know Paul's had a schedule change, so he hasn't been able to join us as much. And but we got the old crew. This is Dave, Mike, and Paul are the guys that helped start this channel. These are the three guys, you know, and everybody's had different things, and everybody has stuff going on, and everybody kind of just fills in when they can. And, you know, these guys were here from the beginning, man. When I probably started doing this thing, I don't know how many subscribers did I have when I got the three amigos. When I got the three amigos together, what did I have? Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. Mike Holmes says he's listened to Keith Urban's Flow State about 50 times. Man, that is a killer album. My wife says, Mike, that Keith Urban's going to do another yacht rock album. Can you imagine that? What if this ends up becoming a huge thing? And I watched a clip of him at the CMA Fest. He did 2 songs, or at least 2 that they filmed. I think he did Steal Away, and he did that original song he did with Michael McDonald. The one thing that I miss, right, is I just wish he would add put a little bit of the fusion at the end of these solos. Just tiny little taste, go for more of a Dumble type tone, Larry Carlton type tone, rather than just kind of doing his Keith Urban outro solos on it. But it's cool. It's cool. Jay Marquisi says, "What's up, man? Earlier in your career, Brad, did it ever have to sell certain gear to keep funding your career, only to get them all back or even better ones someday?" I'm still doing that today, Jay. I'll still, every now and then, I'll sell something. Instruments will come and go. The main ones, like this Strat, it'll be with me till the end. You know, it's part of being a musician, man. You can't get too. And here's the thing: you sell it, you almost never get it back. You almost never. You'll chase instruments that you wish you'd never sold. That is a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing, man. David says he played at the Lake Geneva Yacht Club 2 weeks ago. Zzz, so much for yacht rock. It wasn't rocking. Man, I could totally have a good time playing in a yacht rock band. I would totally have fun doing that. It's chill, man. Why does a guy like Mike says, I will add it to my Spotify account like I did Flow State. The original's what is called We Go Back. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We Go Back. Yeah, he had Michael McDonald get on the huge stadium stage with him, and they did We Go Back. Hey Brad, is that your Tonex? Sounds killer. Rocker? No, that's the Helix Stadium XL. Mike Holmes, he said I had to get my old Big Apple set up. Cool, first setup in 30 years. Well, here's the thing, it's like a brand new guitar. I was chill and they liked it, but I've never seen a club more in need of Rodney Dangerfield. David, maybe you just had an audience that was a little on the older side, but you know what? Here's the thing, man. And look, when I played with Gary Lewis, we were always playing for 60-year-olds, and this was probably the last time I played with him was probably 2010, 2011. So, it's been a few years, but we were always playing for 60 and 70-year-old, man. And that's fine, but it was fun to go from playing for older crowds to all of a sudden playing for a bunch of rowdy 20-year-olds. That's a lot more fun. Now you're 60. Yeah, I'm gonna be 60 in August. Very soon, man. Very soon. Yeah, and Paul is just turned 60. Jay Marchese says, Brad, to be able to keep playing the way you play for years is incredible. How important was hand stretching for durability? Jay, I wish I could tell you that I had a exacting regimen that kept me able to play. I would say, for me personally, not practicing. When I had downtime, I would rarely pick up a guitar. I mean, if I have to learn a song, or if I feel like playing. But I think what probably helped me more than anything was not playing. I know a lot of the guys that kept playing and kept practicing really hard and doing that stuff. I think they might have run their miles out. They might have tore up their hands. They might have had issues happen. And I think for me, it would be I show up for gigs and I just find out what I have playing wise on the gig. Just like when I pick up these live streams, I don't know whether when I go to play something, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm thinking, okay, 2-octave E minor arpeggio. So here's a cool lick. So if you're playing an E minor, right? And I'm just gonna call it E minor, even though I'm tuned down a whole step. So technically it's D minor if you got your guitar right there. But you've got right, the 1, the flat 3, the 5. Then you're gonna go here to a F sharp minor arpeggio. Hear that? How about that? Rather than going, which is kind of vanilla. How about that? How about that one? That's an easy, and I'm just sweeping that with one stroke. 60, David, in August. Waking up with a new pain every morning and not knowing how in the hell you could have done it. I'm starting to find that happening every now and then, David. But here, man, I got up early this morning. I went for a walk. Look, I used to jog a lot. I'd always do cardio. I didn't do a lot of weight training, so I didn't beat up my body and my joints doing that. And I would take breaks, right? I would take breaks in life. I would take breaks from playing. If I would get home from off the road, I'd pick up the guitar as if I was, one time for a while there, I'd get off the road and I'd immediately start like demoing songs, writing songs, trying to get one of my tunes recorded, right? So I could get some more mailbox money. Thing, man, I don't do a lot of sweet picking when I'm improvising. I could, but it's like, for me, it's like it makes me stop my flow state. It makes me think too much. So that's just going up the scale, playing all the from C minor, D minor, E flat major 7, F7, G minor 7, and that's half diminished, and then major 7. But I would probably never use that in a solo. I mean, I might. I don't know if I would use that. I think I might have used. Sometimes I might do something like that, but. Yeah, we really hope you get your power back, Mike. And look, man, be thankful that you guys are with us, man. That's the main thing. Now, I'm really curious. It says we've got 44 people in here. We've got 61 likes. Here's the thing: when you do these streams like this, you get more. You get here. When I finish this stream, it might end up saying that we had 2,000 people in here. But meanwhile, when I'm seeing the count, it's showing like 43 people in here, which normally we have. Normally we have about 100, close to 100, 80, 100, somewhere around that. Somebody's saying, "Can you play Far Beyond the Sun?" I couldn't hum the melodies. Here's the thing, man. I view music and parts as knowing. You can hear a minor arpeggio. I don't know any Ingve stuff. I know. Or. Harmonic minor and stuff like that. I could probably kid, this is a Warmoth partscaster, licensed Warmoth Fender neck, licensed with Fender MJT body. Yeah, and I don't, even if I knew the song, I don't play them on here because the copyright strikes and all that stuff. Thank you, Sunburst. Tri-bolt? No, this is a 4-bolt, bro. It's got the 4 bolts, bro. 4 bolts. Can I play an original? I could. That's a little bit of a song I used to do out in LA called Will It Fly? I don't know if I want to sing it. I still might release that at some point. Have a good night, Paul. Thank you for dropping in, brother. Take care. Oops. This is a Seymour Duncan. You can barely read it, right? You can barely read that it's a Seymour Duncan, but it's on there. It's in there. That's I believe this is a Duncan JB, Jazz Blues. It's Jazz Blues, really. You gotta have a bar, you still be hearing that one. Isn't it? It goes to 11. It's blues jazz. So somebody said recently that the Seymour Duncan JB pickup, everybody had thought it was the Jeff Beck pickup for years. And somebody recently, I think maybe Seymour Duncan, came out and says, no, it's jazz blues. So I don't know, man. David Freeborg says, I always stood for Jeff Beck. Is playing at the Viper Room good? Well, Loud Pack Men, when I played the Strip, the Viper Room was called the Central. And to be honest, the Central was kind of a dumpy little place. Wasn't where I would like go hang out, but we used to play these, like Happening Harry was a guy that used to book gigs in Hollywood, and it would be like kind of a thing, hey, do you guys want to do 5 songs on Thursday night? And it would be a way for us to kind of audition, try out a new singer on a gig or something like that. Or if we were bored, we go, okay, we'll go play Happening Harry's thing. Get up on the house rigs and just jam 4 or 5 songs. It would be that kind of place. So that's my experience playing the Central, which is currently the Viper Room. But from what I understand, aren't they getting ready to get rid of that? I don't know. Can I play some blues in the key of F? Yes, I can, Vix. Let me see what we got. They kill the echo, right? So F. Right? Let's get F. F's not the easiest. That's not the easiest. It's not the easiest key to play in, but horn players love to play in the key of F. Why is that? Yeah, I'm not, David, I'm not a capo guy, man. I don't care what key it's in. I could play a C sharp blues. Thank you, Gypsy. Bucky, what's happening, brother? Bo, thank you for being here, brother. So, is Beato doing a live stream right now? Some D minor major, dim major. If you're saying D minor major, that would be a minor chord. Right? Same with a major seventh. I'm not sure I got the question. Or D major and a D minor. You know, something like that. David, thank you for being here. Planet, thank you so much. Thank you, man. Here's the thing, it seems like there were a lot of guitar live streams going on. So I think Yngwie should have had better marketing for his gummies. Something like, if your legato is lenato, try Yngwie gummies. I think he should have used my video to market his gummies. He should have hired me to market them. Do you play piano? Also, I do not, Bucky. The Bad Brad Donner Hush Series guitar with built-in effects and touchscreen DAW. I don't know what that is, True Tech. I don't know what that is, brother. Yeah, I think Yngwie should have hired me to market his gummy. Thank you so much. Bo was asking, have you ever played a 7-string, aka the Tobin Abasi guitar? I have played 7 strings in the past. I'm not very good at it. I'm sort of more of an old school style player. Those are cool looking guitars. I think they're cool. I think a 7-string is cool. Come on in. Come on.
I'm going.
Oh, you don't want me to go with you?
Well, we don't want them to close, and it's the things are.
Oh, you
selling
want to
out.
look at Cole's?
No, the things are selling out.
Okay, so are you taking Mia with you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Well, wait. Oh, and I'm gonna take your car.
Okay, that's fine. There's the car keys. You don't need me to go then. I might as well stay on
no.
here and try and make some money because
No.
you're gonna go spend. My wife's gonna go spend all the money, dude.
I would never do that, dude.
She's good. Will you take him out to pee though?
I did.
So I don't. Oh,
He
you
did
did.
1 and 2.
Okay. Oh well, perfect. So we can stick around and try and you guys help buy the views. By the views alone, we'll make a couple bucks. And somebody just left Beato's live stream to come on this. He said it was a snooze fest.
They might want to stay on to see my haul from Target.
Yeah, if you stay on, you'll get to see the haul from Target. Get me something special from Target. You better get.
It's going to be Love Shack Fancy.
Oh, I don't want any of that.
You do. They
I
have
don't.
a guitar series.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do. It's called Love Shack Fancy with ruffles.
Get out of here. See, here's the good news. 7-string jazz is big too. I think it probably is, Bucky. Yeah, it probably is. I'm just not a real big 7-string guy. They're going to Target. Is there some Love Shack pretty? I don't know what the hell that is. I'm noticing my battery is. I guess I'll go. I'll go and until this phone croaks. I notice my battery is pretty low right now. Is Harley Benton ST20 good as a starter? Modor, I really couldn't tell you what the difference is in a in those models. So I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Gelato Madman. Glad to have you here, brother. I'm having to look, man. This is a random live. I did not plan on doing this. I didn't put hashtags. I didn't put any description. I just figured I'd come on here. Look, it was either come in here and work on videos or come in here and talk to you guys. And I figured, man, look, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, man. We're on that push, man. We're on the next big milestone is going to be 40K, but it's going to take your help to get there. That's the deal. Bo Dragon. Well, congratulations, Bo. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you. That's the thing. If you subscribe, it'll tell you when I do these pop-up live events. What's up, Scott? We're glad Scott was having some issues. He actually burned the tip of his fingers. I'm glad he's back, man. Bucky is asking, did it bother me when the grunge scene took over? It really wasn't. It really didn't. Here's the thing, man. The Strip was still doing the Sunset Strip. It just eventually faded out. And by the time I left in 94, I don't know what happened after I left in 94, but I mean, we had played gigs right up until that point in time. And here's the thing. The grunge thing just meant I didn't have to. I could wear my jeans and a tie-dye shirt to play my gig at the Whiskey. That's all it meant. I could wear my backwards baseball cap and my shorts and a ripped-up T-shirt. It just meant we didn't have to, do the poser thing. What's happening? Scott is reporting that Memphis is going through a tribute band phase. That's crazy. I thought Memphis would just continue on the blues phase. But here's the thing, man. I always wondered, BB King's in Nashville closed. It was that bomb, that thing that happened on a Christmas, right? And it messed up 2nd Avenue, and that was the final straw for BB King's in Nashville. But I assumed that Memphis would still be doing blues and whatnot. I just assumed that's what would still be going on Beale Street. But he's saying that this tribute band thing. Scott is saying, I just saw last night, I think it was Beale Street. It was a big fight right out on the street. I mean, man, when you're a musician, you don't really want to deal with that stuff. There's a big fight on Beale Street, I think, last night. I would think like Memphis, playing in Memphis would be a lot like being a Nashville guitar player. The guys that have been doing it for years don't want to play Beale Street, and the guys that have been doing it for years in Nashville don't want to play down on Lower Broadway. I think there's some of that, right? That's a good question, man. The Iron Maidens, are they still playing? I saw some of the people that, the moderators and stuff will know Dr. Starr. He used to come on the channel a lot. He's a Sunset Strip guy. Well, he married a young lady that's got a all-female AC/DC group out in Los Angeles, and she just got an award because I think she'd been running that AC/DC tribute, the all-female one, for like 17 years. So she got some award, and that's pretty epic. So look, man, the that stuff's been going on for a while, man. Iron Maidens were a thing. Tobias is saying thanks for a reminder to practice more. Man, dude, honestly, these days, the only playing I get to do is when I just play. Like I'm playing now. It kind of forces you when you have to record videos. Look, I make mistakes all the time. I've been making mistakes all day today playing. Don't do a lot of practicing anymore. But I do still. It just unlocked. Let's see if it reconnects. Okay, are we back? It's back. How about that? Look, man, we're gonna roll to this phone croaks. I've got looks like maybe 10 or 15% battery right now. Back, man. You know, we're having weather issues down here. Matthew's having coffee with us. Are you in the UK, mate? I know Tobias is in Canada, right? And we might have somebody over across the pond, mate. Matthew is in New Zealand. Wow. So they're 10:30 p.m. in the UK. What time is it in New Zealand right now? Tomorrow in New Zealand. It's tomorrow, mate. Cheers, mate. 9:35 hours. I'm just guessing that's 9:35 a.m. I don't really know. Man, everybody that's ever been to New Zealand just tells me how amazing it is. Did you keep that Black Fender hybrid? What is the Black Fender hybrid? I don't really remember. Did I keep it? Oh, the Silverburst. Oh no, the Godzilla. Yeah, I still got that. Don't you feel pain in your fingers? Not really, man. Not really. Sometimes I get pain right here, and I try to press it out. I talked to a drummer friend of mine, and he said, man, when you get those pains, press it out. You press it out. You don't want the muscles to cramp up and stuff. I don't really have. It was the shoulder thing, man. It was my shoulder that got whacked, got all out of whack because I was doing some bass, a lot of downbeat, like metal type bass type stuff. All right, Mike Holmes, we might lose power on this thing. I don't have any way to get the Polar Go using and doing all this. I got to figure out a way to power the phone and use the Polar Go with the USB-C and have all that work together. But it is what it is, man. Pressed out his nerve pain. I got ice on my shoulder as I comment. FMP, yeah, he knows. Look, man, there's things that are hard for me to do as an older guitar player. Downbeat. The longer I do that, it'll be hard to do fast. I'd have to do alternate pick. That starts to hurt after a while. I can't do tons of that. Here's the thing, man, as I get older, I'll tell my hands to do something like I just did right then. I said, okay, I'm going to put... Okay, I'll take it up. By the time I got to the last one... Sometimes my brain will write checks that my hands can't cash. So that's the deal. Thank you, Alamo City Cello. Thank you so much. Yeah, we don't do cover songs here, man. I try not to even play. Sometimes I'll play tiny snippets of a song or a tiny snippet of a melody, or I'll hint at the style. A lot of times I would get asked to imitate the style of another guitar player on somebody else's song. So I'm better at doing that than playing other people's stuff. I'm better at imitating stuff stylistically, right, than actually playing it note for note. So that's play the progression backwards. Yeah, that's another thing you could do. Yeah. So we've got very little battery left. I'll roll on this as long as I can. Kill that delay. Kill that reverb. car is home for me. P-Funk. So P-Funk, we've been going for a while on here, man. And my phone is going to get ready to die. Paul, man, glad to have Paul Croce here. So we won't be able to continue much longer. In fact, I'll probably go ahead and end it pretty soon here. But in the meanwhile, man, I've got just a sliver of power left on this phone. My wife has gone out to spend money, so I figure I better get on here and try to make some money. Get the view count up. Oh, 20% battery. Oh, I don't want low battery mode. Yeah. So we're in the red, bro, of the battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Thank everybody for being here today and joining me on this stream. Right? Thank you all for watching. Peace, love, and soul. Yes, indeed. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Later.